Hey everyone, one of the biggest problems we see in lower elos is that you guys can be really fed, but you don't use how much gold you have properly. You blame your team that you couldn't carry it when in reality, a higher ranked player with the same amount of gold would have easily carried it. The reason for this is, you don't int enough. Not actually int, obviously, like running it down mid, but you don't limit test. I always tell players that having a smurf account to limit test on is super important because you obviously don't want to take big risks in your own games and throw it. The thing is, what's the difference between trolling and limit testing? Well, that's what we're going to cover today using a few games from one of my smurfs. Also, these games are part of our live smurf commentary series on skillcapped.com where our experts play on smurfs and explain the thought process in real time. So let's start with a game in gold where I'm playing Diana vs Kassadin. I'm ahead right now with 3 kills, 1 death, and 94 CS at 11 minutes. I have my Rod of Ages and a Stinger, meaning I'm not really fed, but I'm stronger than Kassadin who only has a tier. I walk into lane and clear the minion wave to shove and pressure. While I'm doing that, my Master Yi gets killed in top river by the enemy Kazakhs. And as he dies, we see Malphite roaming down from top lane as well. My team starts spam pinging me to back off, and obviously I can't 1v3 them. Most players would just walk back towards their tower here and wait till it's safe, then back off. To you, that's fine. You're not dying, you're pulling some pressure, whatever. To high elo players like myself, it's more than that. If I back off and the enemy team sits in mid, the enemy Kassadin can freely push this wave, which gives him multiple options. It lets him roam, take a free reset, or he can walk out and get vision. All 3 of these things are not what I want when I'm winning lane. He should never be able to reset for free, roam, or get any kind of vision because I'm winning lane so hard. So what can I do about it? Sometimes there's nothing you can do, but you won't know unless you know your champion's limits. So I see that my Nautilus is roaming from bot lane to mid, which would make it a 2v3, and a mid support might not win versus a jungler mid and top. But I'm going to use Q on the entire wave and hit Kassadin with it. Then he starts walking up to me like this. This means they are definitely about to jump me from topside. So I dash to Kassadin and chunk him, then start running towards bot river. Kassadin ults towards my tower, thinking that's where I'm going to run to, then all 3 of them start chasing me. I kite towards my Nautilus and watch this Malphite, flashes and completely misses. Now, he didn't miss ult just because he's a terrible player. He missed it because in his mind, this is a 1v3 free kill for them. He's not even thinking that I might have more teammates here. Think of it this way, if this was warded and they knew Nautilus was waiting, Malphite obviously would have just walked up and waited for me and Nautilus to be on top of each other, then ult us both. But after he misses that, their main form of CC is gone and I have a good feeling we can win this fight now. I try to go in on Kassadin, but he backs up out of range until our Ashe hits a really nice arrow on the Kazakhs. I use my Q and ult him to one-shot him, then we turn and finish Malphite while Kassadin ults away. Alright, so it's important to understand a few things here. First, I was not 100% sure on taking this fight. I was 80 or 90% confident it would work out when I was baiting it. Then as soon as Malphite missed his ult, I was 100% sure. Even without the Ashe arrow, we win this easily. But because I wasn't 100% sure at the start, this was a limit test. By going for plays like this, you really can learn what your champion can do at different points in the game. Let's take a look at another more extreme example. At this point in the game, I have 9 kills with 156 farm at 16 minutes. I'm obviously pretty fed. I'm split pushing as that's what Diana does very well and the rest of my team really isn't that strong. But when split pushing, have you ever had that little bit of doubt that you're not sure how many need to come for you to stop you or if you can 1v1 someone that's fed on the enemy team? These are important things to know when split pushing so you know how much pressure you can pull or if split pushing is even the right play. If you can't 1v1 anyone in the enemy team, what's the point? But anyways, I'm pushing bot and I see the enemy Malphite ult our ADC, which is the strongest CC ability that they have. Keeping track of cooldowns like this is very important. But I jump over the wall to take the enemy jungle and Kazakhs is there. Because they use Malphite ult, I was fully committed to trying to 1v5 if the enemy team sent 5 for me. Malphite ends up being in top lane though, but I jump onto the Kazakhs after I land my Q, he jumps away, then I follow him and ult to kill him and Lulu. This really isn't limit testing, this was super free and there's no way they kill me. But what I do next is a different story. I take one tower, then keep pushing, working on the next one. The enemy Aphelios and Kassadin just died, so the other 3 start charging at me. So I could just try and flash and run away, but since Lulu already used her polymorph, I kite until my Q is up and she uses her shield on someone else, then jump on her. Right before my last passive auto finishes, she ults and survives, then I flash away and they both use flash to kill me. Well, what did I learn? Well, I can't tower dive them 1v3 without my ult and without my gold spent. I one-shot squishies, but without my ult, I can only burst 1 at a time. I had 1600 gold, which is a big deal, and I could have finished my Leandres and made me a lot stronger. For the next clip, I'm split pushing top this time. My team is in base, and they have 3 people in top lane defending top tower. Malphite, Aphelios, and Lulu. This time, my ult is up. Now, bringing 3 people top is great, right? It's pulling a ton of attention towards me. But you all should know from your own games, sometimes that's not enough. Your team won't take objectives when you're pulling so much pressure. But because I know my limits, I know I don't need my team to do anything. I just dive them, kill 4, and then start working on their top inhib. The purpose of this isn't to show you that I can kill low elo players easily. It's to show you that you can do a lot more with the gold that you have than you're doing. So if you have trouble carrying, it's time to test some limits. For this next game, I'm playing Zed vs Katarina. The enemy Lee Sin is constantly ganking or hovering mid like this, and because of his ganks, me and Katarina are about equal health. About 15 seconds later, my jungler dives the enemy Lee in our bottom jungle, and me and Katarina are pretty low, so I know he's going to want to gank me again. As I walk up to trade with Katarina, you can see Lee Sin ganking me from behind on the minimap. I could just use my W towards my tower, then flash away and survive the gank. But just like in the last game, if I do that, I lose all my pressure in mid and Katarina will push the wave, crash it, and get a free reset when I'm ahead of her. So I jump in on Katarina instead, kill her, which gives me a level up, and then ult to use it on Lee to dodge his Q and kill him as well. So again, going for a high risk, high reward play because I know my limits on my champion. And I learned those limits by failing these 1v2s hundreds and thousands of times. That's just going to happen. But it's just important to understand the difference between trolling and limit testing. Like in this play, I was close to level 6, I had both summoners and Katarina was low. I didn't just go in 1v2 and hope to win it, I had reasons for doing what I did. Alright guys, so I hope you understand what we're talking about when we say limit testing. It's very important to understand exactly how much damage you can take and deal, or when you have to give pressure or pressure harder. You can only learn by getting out there and dying while trying and learning from it. I just quickly want to remind you that all of the games featured in this guide are available to watch on skillcapped.com, where I commentate my thought process in real time. We're uploading tons of these every week for each role, so you can hear our thought process as we carry games in Elo Hell, so you can do the same. We also have 800 premium guides along with 100 courses that are designed to significantly increase your skill and fast. You can also see what rank we think you'll get before signing up. If you don't reach that rank while actively using skillcapped, you'll be eligible for a refund. So what are you waiting for? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.